District of Columbia Motorcycle Fines Limits Test.
Question 1. Upon accumulation of 12 or more points, a District of Columbia driver's license will be revoked for
2 years, 1 year, 5 years, 6 months.
Answer:
6 months.
Question 2. If a District of Columbia driver with a learner's permit accumulates or more points on his or her driving record, it will be suspended for 90 days.
5, 10, 12, 8.
Answer:
8.
Question 3. If a District of Columbia driver who holds a provisional driver's license accumulates or more points, it will be suspended.
12, 8, 10, 6.
Answer:
10.
Question 4. DC drivers who hold a learner's permit and are accompanied by an acceptable supervising passenger may drive between the hours of
6 a.m. and 10 p.m., 5 a.m. and 8 p.m., 6 a.m. and 9 p.m., 7 a.m. and 5 p.m.
Answer:
6 a.m. and 9 p.m.
Question 5. In the month of June, a District of Columbia driver with a provisional license may operate a vehicle between the hours of on a Sunday
6:01 a.m. and 10:59 p.m., 6:01 a.m. and 11:59 p.m., 7:01 a.m. and 9:59 p.m., 5:01 a.m. and 11:59 p.m.
Answer:
6:01 a.m. and 11:59 p.m.
Question 6. A District of Columbia driver whose license has been suspended must pay a fee before the license is revalidated.
License reinstatement, new license, suspension. None of these answers are correct.
Answer:
License reinstatement.
Question 7. What District of Columbia program is designed to help young drivers increase their skills?
Graduated raising of adult drivers. Gradual rearing of adult drivers. Limited learning for teen drivers. Steps for young drivers.
Answer:
Gradual rearing of adult drivers.
Question 8. A new resident is required to obtain a District of Columbia driver license within
90 days, 30 days, 60 days, 180 days.
Answer:
30 days.
Question 9. If a District of Columbia driver chooses to use a cell phone while driving, it must
be hands-free, be a smartphone, have a speakerphone option. All of these answers are correct.
Answer:
Be hands-free.
Question 10. If a District of Columbia driver is over the age of 18 but under the age of 21 and holds a full driver's license, he or she may transport up to passengers under the age of 21.
2, 3, 5, 4.
Answer:
2.
Question 11. If a District of Columbia driver is convicted of a third or subsequent DUI offense, his or her license will be revoked for a period of
6 months, 1 year, 5 years, 3 years.
Answer:
3 years.
Question 12. Which of the following are the legal duties of a District of Columbia driver who is involved in an accident?
Stop to render aid. Remain at the scene until emergency responders arrive. Provide insurance information. All of these answers are correct.
Answer:
All of these answers are correct.
Question 13. Children under the age of may not be transported without appropriate child safety restraint systems.
2, 1, 4, 3.
Answer:
3.
Question 14. Which of the following would allow an underage District of Columbia driver to operate a vehicle during GRAD-restricted hours?
A religious event. A civic activity sponsored by the District of Columbia. A school-sponsored activity. All of these answers are correct.
Answer:
All of these answers are correct.
Question 15. Which of the following are District of Columbia residents required to provide when stopped by a law enforcement officer?
A valid driver's license. Proof of insurance. Vehicle registration. All of these answers are correct.
Answer:
All of these answers are correct.
Question 16. How many points will be added to a District of Columbia driving record upon conviction of failure to wear a seatbelt?
4, 6, 2, 8.
Answer:
2.
Question 17. At what age are GRAD-restricted drivers released from the program?
21, 25, 18. Upon graduation from college.
Answer:
21.
Question 18. What is the minimum revocation period for a first DUI conviction in the District of Columbia?
6 months. 30 days. 1 year. 60 days.
Answer:
6 months.
Question 19. A District of Columbia driver who fails to pay may have his or her license suspended.
Insurance premiums. Child support. A traffic fine. A parking ticket.
Answer:
Child support.
Question 20. District of Columbia drivers who hold learner's permits under the GRAD program must be free of points on their driving records for months before applying for provisional driver's licenses.
2, 6, 3, 5.
Answer.
6.
Question 21. Traffic violations committed will result in points added to a District of Columbia driver's driving record.
Only in D.C. In District of Columbia or bordering states. In District of Columbia or any U.S. state. Only in U.S. states.
Answer.
In District of Columbia or any U.S. state.
Question 22. Driver's license applicants under the age of 18 must have, before applying for a driver's license,
a letter from his or her teacher, a medical report from his or her doctor, parental consent, a new vehicle.
Answer.
Parental consent.
Question 23. If a District of Columbia driver's license is expired for more than days, he or she will be required to take and pass the knowledge test or District of Columbia online traffic school course.
365, 60, 180, 90.
Answer.
365.
Question 24. If a driver does not accumulate any points on his or her driving record for, he or she may be awarded a good point.
2 years. 1 year. 5 years. 6 months.
Answer.
1 year.
Question 25. How many hours of night driving experience must an applicant document before being able to obtain a District of Columbia driver's license?
25. 10. 20. 30.
Answer.
10.
Question 26. If a District of Columbia driver who holds a learner's permit has been convicted of speeding, he or she
may not operate a vehicle, may not purchase a vehicle, may not graduate high school, may not apply for a provisional license.
Answer.
May not apply for a provisional license.
Question 27. A District of Columbia learner's permit is invalid unless
the driver is over the age of 21. The driver is under the age of 16. The driver is a member of the GRAD program. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
The driver is a member of the GRAD program.
Question 28. Which of the following is the requirement of the supervising passenger for a District of Columbia driver who holds a learner's permit?
Must be over the age of 21. Must be seated next to the driver. Must have a valid driver's license. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
All of these answers are correct.
Question 29. If a District of Columbia driver accumulates 10 or 11 points, his or her license will be suspended for
180 days, 1 year, 60 days, 90 days.
Answer:
90 days.
Question 30. How long is a District of Columbia learner's permit valid?
24 months, 6 months, 12 months, 3 months.
Answer:
12 months.
Question 31. A District of Columbia driver who holds a provisional license under the GRAD program must maintain a clean driving history for months before applying for a full driver's license.
8, 4, 2, 12.
Answer:
12.
Question 32. Which of the following may result in an aggressive driving conviction?
Running a red light, following too closely, passing to the right of a vehicle. All of these answers are correct.
Answer:
All of these answers are correct.
Question 33. How long will points remain on a District of Columbia driving record?
2 years, 6 months, 5 years, 1 year.
Answer:
2 years.
Question 34. How many documented hours of driving experience must a District of Columbia driver have to obtain a provisional permit?
40, 45, 25, 60.
Answer:
40.
Question 35. If a District of Columbia driver's learner's permit expires before he or she is able to obtain a provisional license, he or she must renew the instructional permit within, to avoid being required to retake the knowledge examination.
90 days, 6 months, 1 year, 30 days.
Answer:
90 days.
Question 36. DC drivers who are under the age of are not allowed to operate a vehicle as part of their employment.
19, 16, 17, 18.
Answer:
18.
Question 37. Which of the following is deemed an admission of liability in the District of Columbia?
Paying a traffic citation, calling the DMV, talking to a police officer. None of these answers are correct.
Answer:
Paying a traffic citation.
Question 38. At what age may District of Columbia residents obtain a driver's license?
19, 16, 18, 17.
Answer:
17.
Question 39. A 17-year-old District of Columbia driver may drive between the hours of during the month of July.
6:01 a.m. and 10 p.m. 7:01 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. 6:01 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. 7:01 a.m. and 10 p.m.
Answer.
6:01 a.m. and 11:59 p.m.
Question 40. A District of Columbia driver who is over the age of must have a physician certify that he or she is able to safely operate a vehicle before renewing his or her driver's license.
75, 55, 80, 70.
Answer.
70.
Question 41. If a District of Columbia driver who is underage and holds a provisional license is at the wheel, who must wear seat belts?
The driver and front seat passenger. Only the driver. Everyone in the vehicle. Any passenger under the age of 18.
Answer.
Everyone in the vehicle.
Question 42. Who must wear seat belts at all times in vehicles driven in the District of Columbia, regardless of the age of the driver?
The driver. All motorists. The driver and front seat passengers. Back seat passengers if there are no airbags.
Answer.
All motorists.
Question 43. According to the District of Columbia Driver's Manual, what is the responsibility of a driver who collides with a domestic animal?
Search door to door for the owner. Call local police. Stop to pick up the animal. None of these answers are correct.
Answer.
Call local police.
Question 44. How long must a driver wait to retake the driver's license examination after a failed attempt?
The driver may retake the exam immediately. 1 days. 3 days. 7 days.
Answer.
3 days.
Question 45. How long must a District of Columbia driver hold a provisional license before being eligible to obtain a full driver's license?
30 days. 6 months. 3 years. 1 year.
Answer.
6 months.
Question 46. DC drivers who hold a provisional license and are between the age of 16 and a half and 20 may carry which of the following people as passengers?
Someone they are babysitting. A teacher. A sibling. A classmate.
Answer.
A sibling.
Question 47. Which of the following non-driving related conviction may result in a District of Columbia driver's license being revoked?
Insurance fraud. Drug convictions. Theft. Domestic violence.
Answer.
Drug convictions.
Question 48. What is the fine for not wearing a seat belt in DC?
$200. $150. $100, $50,
Answer.
$50.
Question 49. Which of the following endorsement abbreviations represents a full driver's license in the District of Columbia?
D, C, B, A.
Answer.
D.
Question 50. District of Columbia drivers who hold a are not allowed to use cell phones or other electronic devices, even if they are equipped with hands-free technology.
Learner's permit, provisional license, driver's license. All of these answers are correct.
Answer.
Learner's permit. Thank you for watching the video and wish you will get your driver license soon.